For the longest time, we all knew what wealth looked like. You could see it, right? It was the penthouse in Manhattan, the G-Wagon, the private jet sitting on the tarmac, that massive super yacht just slicing through the water. These were the ultimate trophies of success. But what if I told you that entire way of thinking is over? That the truly powerful are no longer interested in buying things that we can see.
And this quote, man, it just nails it. It gets right to the heart of this huge kind of silent shift that's happening at the very top. The ultimate status symbol isn't about being seen anymore. It's about having the power to just completely vanish from the digital world.
So what gives, right? Why would anyone in the right mind trade a tangible, glittering asset for something, well, for something totally invisible? Okay, let's get into it. Because it turns out that in our hyper-connected world, being seen is no longer a perk. It's become a serious liability.
We are literally witnessing the end of an era. The age of display wealth, where your success was measured by how much extravagant stuff you had on show, that's giving way to something way more strategic. The glittering trophies are being quietly taken off the board. And this right here is the core trade-off. It's a very deliberate pivot. The kind of capital that used to buy those yachts and penthouses, it's now being funneled into building these complex, layered, and completely invisible systems of defense.
Okay, so why the sudden urge to go dark? Because in today's world, being visible isn't just annoying, it's an active and constant financial risk. What used to be the ultimate reward for success is now basically an open invitation for an attack.
We've hit this tipping point where the whole equation has been flipped on its head. The social cred you might get for a flashy car or a public stock portfolio, it's just nothing compared to the financial danger that same exposure creates. The math just doesn't add up anymore.
And these modern threats, they're coming at you from all sides. It's like a three-front war. On one side, you've got criminals and hackers trying to get your data. On another, you have regulators tracking every single move with KYC and anti-money laundering rules. And then there's the public itself, which can weaponize your private info through doxing.
We all know a yacht is crazy expensive to maintain, but honestly, that's not the real cost. The real cost is the data it spews out everywhere. The public registration, the crew payroll, the docking fees. Every single transaction is a digital breadcrumb that leads right back to the owner, basically screaming, "Hey, over here, I'm a target."
But beyond all those immediate threats, there's a much bigger, more systemic anxiety that's pushing this whole shift into overdrive. It's a deep fear about the very nature of money itself in the very near future. And this is the big one. Central bank digital currencies. The fear isn't just about the government tracking you, it's about something called programmatic control. Just imagine a currency that could be programmed to expire if you don't spend it fast enough, or one that literally prevents you from buying certain things. For the wealthy, the threat of losing that financial freedom makes having untraceable private assets an absolute must.
So, if they aren't buying yachts anymore, what exactly are they spending these millions on? Well, they're buying something called digital defense infrastructure.
This is the new luxury good. Seriously, it's not a single product you can buy off a shelf, but an entire ecosystem of legal structures, specialized software, and intense security protocols. And the goal is simple. Make it as hard as humanly possible to connect the owner to their assets, while still letting them manage their wealth without a hitch. And the upgrade is just stark. Instead of publicly traded stocks, think anonymous DAOs and these incredibly complex trusts. Instead of using one email for 20 years, think layered LLCs that shield your real identity. And forget a simple home alarm system. The new security is hiring elite teams of hackers, called red teams, to constantly try and hack your own systems just to find the weaknesses. It is all about defense, not display. And make no mistake, this level of privacy is astronomically expensive. The teams of lawyers, cybersecurity experts, and accountants it takes to maintain this invisible fortress, yeah, that can easily cost more per year than just running a super yacht. That's the price of peace of mind in this new world. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This is all fascinating, but I don't have a super yacht or a financial red team. But listen, the principles we're talking about here, they're scalable, and they absolutely apply to anyone who wants to protect their financial life. This is such a critical point. Financial privacy isn't some luxury item just for the rich. It's a fundamental necessity for every single one of us. In fact, if you're not super wealthy, you're often the one most at risk because your data is just constantly being taken from you for free. So what can you actually do? Here are 3 simple but really powerful steps.
First, get skeptical about free financial apps. You are always paying, and you're paying with your data. Second, create what I like to call a digital clean room, a phone and an email used only for your finances, never for social media or anything else. And third, start thinking about how to make your emergency fund more resilient and less traceable than just sitting in a single bank account.
When you boil it all down, the lesson from the ultra-rich is crystal clear. In a world that tracks everything we do, the ability to control what is seen, to operate from the shadows, financially speaking, that has become the ultimate form of power and security.
And really, that's the question this whole thing leaves us with. It's not about how much you have anymore. It's about how well you've protected it from prying eyes. Is your financial life an open book for anyone to read, or is it a well-guarded secret? The choice, now more than ever, is yours to make.